Razzers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're fabulous. In this video I'm going to be answering questions that you guys asked on my Instagram page. So I thought I'd put it into a video and answer some of the questions that you guys asked me. So the first question was, is there an art piece that I am proudest of? So for this question it's a bit of a twist of answer, because I think every art piece you should be proud of in some ways, because to get to that final stage of it being an art piece, you've gone through a process and an outcome that you think is fabulous and you should be happy with the outcome. I mean, yeah, there is some art pieces I think, oh, what are they? They're not my best, that I could do better. But then I have to think it was a process rather than a final outcome. My proudest piece of art I think, I can't put it into one category, I don't think, because every art piece I'm proud of for a certain reason. I know that's a bit of not a complete finalised answer, but that is the answer to that question. Do I send my artwork internationally? Well, at the moment on Etsy, I don't, just due to post and packaging. It would cost me so much, and the person buying it would cost it so much as well. I would rather try and get it sorted in the UK, and I know with post and packaging it ups the price of the art. I mean, if someone's happy to pay that price of the post and packaging, that's cool, but that does put people off, because on Etsy I'm saying it's free post and packaging just due to them. It seems to be more people homing on the artwork, and then it gets seen better, well, faster, due to, if it's too much money then people don't want to buy it for some reason if it's really high post and packaging. Are you still learning new tips by doing my artwork? I would say with art you're always learning and always progressing and always producing new and different artwork to what you were doing before, because you're always developing and you're on like this kind of art journey, and I think you are always learning new stuff. I mean, some stuff takes you by surprise. I'd say my latest stuff, I was in a bit of a rut and wondering what to do next, and I didn't know which way to go, but suddenly I thought, what do I love? I love texture, I love layers, I love digital stuff but with a twist of old stuff. So I was trying to put all this together, and then I come up with my new piece of style of art that I'm doing now, and I'm really happy with this kind of style of art. I do think you're always learning new stuff. There's like, even I'm sure the most famous artists out there from past and stuff would tell you the same, that they never stop learning. And I'm always inspired by different people and different artists, be old and be new, because I think you should be. I should always be open. You should not think, oh, I am amazing, I'm fabulous and I'm not going to learn anymore, because that's not true at all. Have I a favourite colour that I love to work with? I'd say for this question, I wouldn't say it's a favourite colour. I mean, I've always go on about it. I love texture, and I do like vibrant colours, because always have done, but I think sometimes you need to tone it down for everyone else, because everyone's not always going to love what I love. Even though it's still my artwork, you kind of need to put a bit of what people like and what you like into your artwork, so people see it and love it as well. But I do love texture, and I do love quite, I'd say, bright, vibrant kind of paintings and artworks and sculptures and things, and something what stands out and it's a bit different and it has a bit of a twist and has some meaning to it, and a bit of everything inside. It tells a little story, maybe, more to what colour it is and stuff. What made me go more digital? This is a really cool, interesting question, due to, I have done sculpture stuff in the past and 3D and things, but I know it's a nightmare to try and sell it in some ways. Like, some sculptures, people might quote me wrong on this, but I know it costs so much for post and packaging, and because it's a 3D object, it is difficult to get it out there and post it to people. With a 2D thing and digital as well, you can still get the same textures and the feel from an art piece as you can from painting in some way. Of course, painting, if you're painting, you can feel the textures, but you're not really gonna always go up to a painting and feel it, are you? It's more visually. So I feel with digitally, I can get that and mix it with the kind of old style as well. And as well, I love with digital that if I try something out, because I always want to try new things and see, does that work better? Does that give more to the art piece or less to the art piece? Because sometimes less is more. Like if you're working on something, try something out. With digital art, you can go back again, what's always good. You can be like, oh no, that is awful, I don't love this. So then you just go back and be like, yes, I'm happy with this. I shouldn't add the extra to it, I didn't need to. So I think with digital, sometimes that's really cool. And with digital, you can just try out different effects, and you don't have to spend loads and loads of money on canvases and art paint, stuff that you have to use. And with digital art, you're literally using your computer, and I mean, you download the software and things like that, but once you've got the software, you can use so many different brushes, so many different techniques, and it's all there. Also, I'd say I am quite geeky, so probably that is why I like digital stuff as well. What piece took the longest to do? So I take it with this question they meant as in my work I'm doing now, or work in general, because there's so many different art pieces that I've done throughout my life. And with this question again, I don't think I can put it into one little box, because how long is too long? I mean, with my artwork, I always work on it, then stop working, then go back to it, then look at it with fresh eyes again, because sometimes you see something differently, or show other people what do they think before you put it out there, because sometimes they see something and think, oh, why don't you do this differently, or just give you a bit of tips and advice. I mean, you don't have to take on their tips and advice, but it does help to know what they think about it, or see it with fresh eyes, because sometimes you can work on something so long and it's not going anywhere, or sometimes you can work on something a long time and it has developed. You want something to develop if you know you're going to take ages on an art piece, because there's no point otherwise, I don't think. Because as well, like I say again, you want to make sure less is more sometimes. But I wouldn't say there's one particular art piece that I took so long on. I mean, some of the layered art pieces, what I've done recently, I mean, I'm just talking about my 2D stuff in this video, I think, because if I go into my 3D stuff as well, the video will go on for ages, and I'm sure you haven't got time for that one. But with my 2D stuff, I'd say probably some of the work I'm doing now takes quite a lot of time, because it's working with texture and working with layers again, and certain art pieces do take longer because you are doing more layers and textures, but I don't think there's one particular one that can home in on this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and do give it a huge thumbs up if you did, because that would be fabulous. And if there's any other questions you want me to answer, I might do another video like this, and do put the questions in the comment box below. Remember to give us a huge thumbs up if you love this kind of thing, because then I know to do another one like this one. And remember to follow me on my RazDazThemArt Instagram, Facebook and Twitter to keep updated with all my new stuff. And remember, I am on Saatchi selling my prints and stuff, and on Etsy as well. And I am on Zazzle, where I sell like my merchandise stuff, but that's more not so much prints and things, that's the other side of like my designy kind of stuff. And see you guys later, and keep arting creative.